Hey, what's up, Honor? Hey, what's up, Honor? How you doing, man? Just getting it set up, mate. Just give us a sec. Right. Hey, Jim. How are you guys? Oh man, had a crazy night last night. Crazy night. I've had hardly any sleep. Not because of me doing anything like drugs or anything like that. No, it's just that insane lady up the top there, going off her fucking head. I've heard she's got like 3 personalities, so she just flips out any time. And yeah, she was drinking alcohol, and man, the chaos in this block was insane. We had like 3 or 4 police 2 vans, a couple of cars, 10 police out here. Just it was insane. It was absolutely insane. If you don't know. Yeah, and then they sort of calmed her down. They went, and I thought, oh, brilliant. That's going to be the end of it. And then a few hours later, the police come back in droves. I feel sorry because you've got a boyfriend who lives like about 4 or 5 doors away from her, and you heard him going, "Leave me alone! You're attacking me! Leave me alone! You keep hitting me!" And I looked out my window. The dude was sprinting. He was sprinting away from her, absolutely as fast as he could. He had to look like he was about to die. That's what he looked like. And yeah, so this went on for hours and hours and hours. Completely spoilt my night. It was just police everywhere. People like me don't like police at all, right? So you don't want to be in the vicinity of do you? When you're, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. So yeah, and then it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. They all come back and they carted her away in a nutty van. They literally carted her away in some, and she was still speaking in tongues I haven't heard before. Honestly, guys, she used to be an ex crackhead. This is what I can work out, and she's been through some bad times, right? But a lot of people suffer from mental health, and I don't see them doing all this craziness. Absolutely, I couldn't believe what I couldn't believe what I was watching. It's just alcohol is, as I say, it's called spirits for a reason, right? Let's in the spirits. And yeah, listening to her last night, especially when she went back indoors, you can still, she's shouting and screaming so much when the doors close, you can still hear her clearly. That's how crazy it is. So she closes her door, and this is before the police come back round, and it sounded like The Exorcist. I'm not lying. It sounded like the speaking in tongues and noises and growls, and like she was possessed, man. And it was just like, it seems like the devil's getting closer to me. The demons, they're closing in on Banner. So yeah, I think I'm gonna look to move out of here. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I just need to get further back into town where I used to live, down the south sides. The south sides is where it's at in this town, but they moved me up this end. I can't stand it. So it's full of nut jobs. Absolute nut bars. But yeah, that was my night last night. I haven't had much sleep because it's just been completely chaos here. So yeah, I kind of got up. I've got to go to the shops yet, guys. So yeah, so I'm running a bit late and everything. Although we started a bit early, I'm still running a bit late. So I don't know because my mind's not kicked in. I've I've had 1 cup of coffee. Got to go to the shops, and this woman's kept me up all night long. Yeah. Even when she was getting carted away, she was still screaming at the top of her voice. You could hear her. What'd you do, guys? What'd you do? I was thinking about going and trying to help her, but you can't really help crazy, man. I've seen it up front. I've seen it face to face. I'm sure I've seen the devil before. In people, man. You know, when you see a crackhead really whacked out on crack, and man, it's like they're possessed. Honestly, it really is. And yeah, I've seen it many times. And that's what it was like last night. And it just reminded me of all those times when I was younger, seeing close family and friends and that fucked up on crack. And that's what put me off of it. Actually, that put me. I've seen all my friends mess up on heroin and crack. That was just like, holy shit, man! I'm not doing that. I don't want to look like that. So yeah, man, that kind of put me off doing all that. But yeah, it's been a crazy one. It's been a crazy one, guys. So you might have to bear with me today, guys. I've got to go to the shops, all right? So, right, let's crack on.
But my brother, heaven could never be late, and rockets don't work in space. It's all fake. The show is on Mars. It's a joke, but you're too far gone. It won't be long. Fepe's beak is strong. I
could go up there, Chilled. I could go up there and say, look, this is affecting my mental health. You know, she's constantly screaming. You know, I'm recovering from this and this, which they know. You know, this ain't helping my recovery. I could say to him, like, you either move me or you move her. You've got a choice.
Our song and we march along like streams of knowledge leading to God's holy pond, and lives of truth that eats the bong and sings the song, turns mankind from the wrong. We come in peace with a holy gown and all of us wearing our holy crowns.
It was kind of like that. It was kind of like that, Honor. Making all these weird sounds, man, like growling noises. And sounded like a bloke. It sounded like an old man coming from this woman. It was really bizarre, man. Really bizarre. All these growls and it wouldn't stop. It would like just keep going up. Like just start screaming and back to growling again and all this. It's just so weird. So fucking weird. Yeah, it's right, guys. I need to get up to the shop. Right, just give us 5 minutes. I'll play this. Welcome to the show. I do feel, do you know what? I do feel kind of sorry for her. If it's part of the show. Because look, my mum suffered from mental health issues, but I only see her catatonic once in all my life. Only once. This woman's like it every fucking day. And my mum, yeah, she went through a big, massive ordeal. She suffered from PTSD for years, man. She used to have all these flashbacks and this stuff. She got attacked by some bloke and macheted in the leg, and the bloke killed her dog. Yeah. That still hurts today, man. But what happened to the guy? That guy was found. He was he meant to move to Cambridge. This is just what I heard, and he was found one day head first in the River Ouse. All bruises on him and kind of weird. Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know. Yeah, man. It's hey, Scotty. Hey, did you guys get the? I left a message on the end of Ironworks. I see Scotty left a message in there, and then I was trying to get everyone over to Waltz, and then I realised everyone had left Waltz and gone back to Ironworks. So it was only like me and a couple of others, and I was thinking, why ain't no one in here? Well, I've left the link on the. No one's coming in, and then I was searching. Ironworks had opened up again, and everyone was in there, and it was just like, damn it. Yeah, mental illness, man. Mental illness, it's really a weird one. Mental illness. Is it mental illness? Some sort of demonic thing going on? You know, they say people with schizophrenia, and my brother was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but to me he was normal. He wasn't out there or anything, but he was still diagnosed with it, and that's only because he went through a stage of he was taking acid and all this stuff, and he went a bit nuts. That's all. He went a bit nuts for a couple of years, but he did kind of get his mind back together. Um, yeah, man, we've had some crazy shit in my family. My uncles were crackheads. One of my uncles he's got one tooth just hanging out. I shouldn't, but you know, this is what pisses me off about them. You know, I'll tell them and what, you know, all the time. I've been telling them since I was about 16 years old. Actually, I remember first seeing heroin in my family when I was 14, 15. I see my mum getting shot, banged up by heroin by a bloke when I was 16, 17, when I walked in on him. Yeah, I've fucking lived it, mate. I've seen it, hand up, fall right there in my face. I've seen it. I've seen the deterioration of loved ones and family. I've seen it. So I know exactly what that stuff's like, and I know exactly what it does. I know exactly. I mean, my cousin, she was so messed up on it. You know, I said, "Right, you can stay here for the night," because she was just done. You know, she had the police after her. She had her face. It makes me laugh. Her face was on Essex Most Wanted. It was the first picture on. Have you seen this lady? Yeah, she was going around robbing everyone. So, yeah, I've seen it. So yeah, I let her stay here one, and I said, "Right, you can sleep on the couch." And I was in the other room, and I could hear the demon in her. Why, she's asleep, and I'm in the other room thinking, what the fuck, man? I couldn't get asleep. I couldn't. Once I'd stayed around my mum's house, and I stayed in the spare room, and I heard the same shit, and I was just like, what the? Yeah, man. So I've been there, lived it, seen it, man, up front. You know, I wasn't really one of these people that was into the heroin and stuff. And yeah, I took quite a lot of cocaine and ecstasy and alcohol, but they're more uplifting drugs, right? They kind of take, heroin's a kind of a downer. And people take crack and then they take heroin on top of that to come down, and it's just a cycle of just death and rotting away. That's all it is, rotting away, literally rotting away. Their skin starts to rot, and the teeth starts falling out, and it gets real bad. And when that's family members, man, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, my point was I was trying to I was thinking about trying to just have a word about, see what's up. But as I say, I don't know, it's pretty hard to talk to crazy like that. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Right, guys, I'll be back soon. Gotta go to the shop. Honours on your case, Tarmo. Honours on your case. Whatever gets you through the night is alright. Yeah, it's been pretty tough, like Scotty, with because it brings back a lot of memories for me, man. When I see this kind of craziness happening right in front of me, it brings back a lot. It's hard to, yeah, man. It's hard to see. Right, guys, I've got to get to the shop. We'll be back in a sec. Shouldn't be too long. We'll just sort out these ones. Mic check. Right.
Hey Kevin, come on over here and tell them what time it is.
Okay.
right, now get out of here. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, come on, man.
Yo, higher than an F-16 in Walgreens. Trying to find some eye drops at the bottom of the Listerine.
What?
Well, I Mr. Clean when I step on the scene. But yo, how did I get here? And what does this all mean? The last thing I remember was way back in September. Johnny had a doobie, it was groovy, full of pleasure. But I probably didn't measure the amount I should have taken. Now I'm standing on the feeling, and this feeling got me shaking. Yo, I get the bacon with my better crocker, baby. We dishing out delectables, yeah. They tasty, so yeah, it's amazing. Now come and get this slice. And if they try to take my herb, I'll say, take my wife. But Kevin, you're not married. Oh shit, it's getting scary. I'm mixing up my history, my memories are buried. And I don't have a clue what's real or imaginary. So take heed, my children, cause this story's cautionary.
Yeah, I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. What? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint.
Come on now.
Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint.
Coffee in the joint,
So
joint.
I was standing in the corner of the kitchen by myself, eyeing up the pop brownies on the top shelf. I'm thinking maybe just a nibble or do, but I didn't eat dinner, so I gobbled down too. Oh shit, I fucking blew it. Yo, I got to keep this conversation fluid. Yo, too high to function. I'm feeling like a clown at a funeral luncheon. I'm a goner, man, I've reached my marijuana maximum consumption. Yeah, goddamn hors d'oeuvre, threw my knife for a curve. But I could be the hero that this party deserves. So I boot and rally, sink the last cup. Turns out it was my team's cup. Fuck, I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing a point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. What? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. All right. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Kevin, what? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. All right. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint. Yo, that's right. Let's take them out. Man, I'm terrible at smoking weed.
That's okay. I'll handle it. Thanks, yo.
Sugar Shack gonna take us like way far. It's like S to the UGAR. Sugar Shack gonna take us like way far. Yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm I'm puffing green clouds, no worries unwind. And I sip my coffee, black gold sunshines. Ain't containing my vibe, no gates on my sky. Take it easy, take flight, we just ride. Through steam, dreaming free in the days, clean G's, living life out loud, not in silent discreet. To the wake, to the bake, got my mind in time. In my zone, all alone, I define my grind.
Shh, cloudy room where the beats just flow. Rhyme and brew in my cup, it's a show. No bars around, but the spirits they climb. In my peace, in my space, it's sublime.
A joint in one hand, coffee in the other, no gates, just open roads to discover. Loosen up, breathe in, feel that grind. Up here soaring, I'm one of a kind. Unwind, bring it to the beat, alright.
It's a view to myself.
The home was the city with just G. Eyes low, feeling slow like molasses. Unwind, just another day, grooving, peace of mind.
No fences, no walls in my laid back shrine.
Riding waves of the day, letting life's knots unwind.
My green escape, caffeine keeps at me.
Rhythmic heart, chill soul, feeling the beat. Mixing blends, burning ends, life's a treat. My own sanctuary where all good vibes meet. In my haven, in my keep, where the hours are mine. Living bold, living free like a grape on the vine.
You caught me staring at the sun. I thought I was the only one. I saw you standing alone on the dance floor. On the dance floor of my heart. When they don't see eye to eye, so I say.
I've been running
I got
Today,
my masks
that's kind of
in
done and
packs of
dusted.
10,
Cool,
in
man.
different hues to match me shoes.
How is everybody? Let's do some shout outs. Jono, Shalo. We got Samo, Honor, Canada,
My friends
Jim.
wear them. They look so chic. Don't I look cute?
Can't scroll up.
Put
Son.
yours on too. It's dangerous
I can't scroll up.
and everywhere.
Oh, I can't scroll up. So yeah, big shout out to everybody in the chat.
Go without, people will do.
How is everybody on this? It's so humid today. It's warm. It's humid. I've just had to put the dehumidifier on because it's like 65. We're like running at 65 humidity today, and it's like 10 o'clock. Hey, good morning, Jax. Welcome in. Great to see you, Jax.
It's toxic.
Dorian.
Get
Great to see you,
rid
dude.
of the- And some of those anti-thingy wipes, 'cause I can't wait.
Hey, what's up, Hidden? Yeah, so we the humidity is out of control today.
It on the ground. Just throw them all around. Cat has a point. They're everywhere. So does this mean? It's in the air. Makes me feel sick. Does no one care? Another thing.
Ugh,
so
I need to wake up, man.
was a
But it's hard when you've only had a few hours sleep.
stash. All this shitty wastage. Time to start thinking for yourself. Turn off the television. That thing's not good for your mental health. Use your brain for a change. It's the media that's toxic. Start thinking for yourself. It's the media that's toxic. Start thinking for yourself. And you'll see who is toxic.
Oh shit, this is M's one, isn't it? I do forget to keep taking M's tune off, so I'll take it off now, man. There you go. This is no big deal, man. You know, people don't want their music played. It's cool by me. Remove from this. There you go, M. Done, man. One, two, a 1, 2.
Take me down, 6 underground, the ground beneath your feet.
So inside this flat, it's the humidity's 66, which is crazy, right?
Nowhere away to
You know, the windows are open and
I've got a head full of drought.
this is one thing we didn't like about the family dog. It's urine killed the lawn. Yeah, it does. If it's in the same spot all the time, yeah.
Watch this space, I'm open to falling from grace.
I don't think human piss has the same effect though, does it? I think human piss is actually good for plants, right? Certain minerals and stuff in it, and stuff they like.
Bring it round to way high up your street. I can see
If your plant looks weird and gets yellow leaves, yeah, it normally means you've got some sort of deficiency. If you're starting to get yellow leaves and stuff like this, and the plant will always tell you when it needs feeding. You know, that's why you can't really overfeed them, because you feed it, and then you wait till the pot's almost light again, and the leaves start to droop. Once you see those signs, that's when you feed it again. I used to overfeed. When I first started, I used to make the same mistakes. Too much water, too much nutrients, just too much of everything. And you soon learn to tame it all down. And you get into like a groove of it. Especially if you're using full soil, half soil and half cocoa. All these weird mixes will mean that you will need... Like, if it's all full soil, you can feed that once every 4 days, that plant. If it's all just pure soil... Yeah, with a bit of perlite in it, you can feed that plant every 4, because the soil will hold the moisture, so it takes a lot longer for the plant to absorb it. But if you're using like 50% cocoa and 50% earth, then you can halve that again. So your plant's going to need water in every like 1 to 2 days, right? So yeah, it's just you got to get into the groove of it. That's all. Deep water culture for the win. Yeah, it's just too much fucking about for me. I just like, I don't want to. I just like the easy way of doing it, right? Which is earth, seed, water, light, and some nutrients. A bit of LST, and you know what, guys? I never have any problems ever. I'll keep it simple. You know, I'll wait for the plant to give me signs of what I need to feed it, and that's it. That's it. That's all I do. And I always get really good results. Coco's right, actually. You know, you use the best thing to do. I mean, this mix I've got using at the moment is, what was it? I'm sure I did it in thirds. I think it was like something like, no, it's like 20 or 25% cocoa, 25% bat guano, 25% earth worm castings, and a shitload of perlite. Mix all that together, and you've got a really fluffy kind of soily. It's nice actually, and the water just goes straight through, as if like when you pour the water on it, next second you see it coming out the bottom, but it just runs straight through. That's how the drainage has got to be. You know, if you get your drainage like that in soil with some great newts, you're gonna grow good plants, man. So yeah, so Chills doesn't even use any sort of earth. 50% the little the clay ball things, right? Chills is, let me just read that again. 50 pebbles and cocoa, yeah. So you've got the clay ball pebbles and the cocoa. So 2 times as much doing hydro. Yeah, it's just you got to keep on the water, right? You got to keep on that little a little bucket. You got to keep on top of emptying it and renewing it, putting fucking all these stuff in it, just constantly. It's easier with just a huge. Get the biggest pot you can get. That's the main thing. Not loads of little pots. Get one big pot and do it in that. Because the plant you will grow in that one big pot will make up for all the little plots. It will be huge. Hey Laura, welcome in. Great to see you. Hydroponics, yeah. It always seemed a big deal though for me, to be honest. Hydroponics and water cultures and, you know, hydroponics and bubble ponics and all that. Just use the earth. I mean, that's what it's there for. That's where they grow naturally. I know. I know I'm picking a bit, but Yeah, just use the nature, right? Use nature. Hey, what's up, King? King's in the house. King Shin is in the house. Great to see King in.
Me and Fast got the actually out to rob the bank. We got Steve outside counting for a pack, and everything's cool and everything's
Cave in, yep. Cave in.
I walk into the teller.
That's King's name is Cave in, and it's not cabin, it's cave, like cave in.
I give her
In a cave.
the letter. She gives me the loot, the bucket up notes
Cave in.
and the wink that I found cute. And I said, baby.
Yeah.
Is there some karmic G love thing happening here, baby, or what? By that time, Fast had me said it's time to blow, you know. So out the door we go, back to the ride. Steve inside and alive, and off we drive. See, I hurt my lower lumbar, you know we never get far riding around in a stolen police car. So we dropped it off and piled in the caddy. Steve was driving, cause I had to talk to my man about something.
Need you cool.
Oh, 50-50 is hydroponics. Oh, what? So when you use 50-50 cocoa and the ball things, that's hydro, yeah. I was looking into it such a long time ago, Chills, doing the hydro and all that. It just when I started seeing people doing it in soil and see how much easier it was, and you didn't have to attend to it as much. You still got to attend to it and look after it, but not as much. That's what I sort of gathered. Yeah, and it's all the adding the stuff to the water and changing the water and all this all the time. Nah, it's just too much hassle, man. For me, it's too much hassle. Wax on Scooby snacks, running around robbing banks, all wax on Scooby snacks.
The Hell's Gate ain't punking the crowd, man, I'm still standing up straight. So we put these jobs, make a little money. No one gets hurt if they don't act funny. On the way to the yacht, we almost got caught. Fast shooting mailbox throwing away the cops.
Discovered that in the last 6 to 8 months, our uploads of quality free movies on YouTube. Yeah, I've been... If they're not edited in a weird way to get them past the YouTube algorithm, right? Some of these new movies on YouTube, they're edited weird. So you're kind of watching a part of it and it flip back to somewhere else, then flip forward, then flip back, and it's edited that way. So they do put the originals on there. You just got to be quick with it. They only last a couple of days sometimes, these new movies that have been downloaded. So yeah, just be they do them, but as I say, they only last a couple of days, guys, and then they get taken down. So you got to be quick with the new movies on YouTube, man, because people do them. They do upload all the brand new movies onto YouTube. Just as I say, you got to be quick with it. I go to movies to watch actually, to watch any free movies. A nice little site. I don't know what that's like for anyone else. It works for me. I don't get no pop-ups or anything, but I'm on a PC, so people on a phone it might be different or whatever. So just still be careful with them. But yeah. Tons of new stuff on YouTube.
We cast it off and along we went off Bermuda to an island resort we rented.
Got any yates? Go fish. Got my wish.
For growing with regular 444, 284 mixed compost, you only need to add water. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't even. I mean, I use organic liquid nutrients, advanced nutrients, so it's going to be quality. But a lot of people don't. They use powders, man. They like mixing powders into the soil, topsoil it with this like powder stuff. Just water it. That's it. It's like these living soils, right? These living soils are really good as well. Whacked on Scooby snacks. Yo, Flat Facts in the house. How you doing, Flat? I see Flat the other day in what chat did I see you in, Flat? I think it was in was it Josh's the other day, the other morning? Yeah, it's good to see Flat about. Cool, man.
You got nothing on us, coppers. Nothing. Running around, robbing banks, so whacked up with stupid snacks. Running around, robbing banks, so whacked up with stupid snacks.
Oh, it was over at Waltz. Yeah, it was at Waltz, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shut your mouth. Great British National Strike Day, 24th. When's that? Oh, today?
You just popping it for the camera, nigga, shut your mouth. Talking crazy on them streams, nigga, just for clout. You be doing all them gimmicks cause you watch.
Dorian, what's that? What's this? The Great British National Strike Day. Is this today? Can we just see what that is? I'm curious. I'm curious. So let's. It's on 144. It'll be okay. Great British National Strike, which is today, right? 24th. Is this a live stream?
Hi folks, got an absolutely fantastic guest here with me today. It's Richard Donaldson of the Great British.
If you want to watch that, guys, get to it.
Watching academics. I know it's been a minute, but the West back in it. Let's get it. Let me show them how the coast do. Stand on business for the members, come expose you. And you don't want that cold red or cold blue. Before you hit that LAX, what you gon' do? Tap in, cause we ain't going for no disrespect. All these blogs is the reason there's a disconnect with fake narratives. These niggas making up shit. Okay, that's cool. I be the nigga you can take it up with. You seen that message in your DM, but you never typed back. Then I caught you out in public, you wasn't really like that. Hey, you wasn't ready for that conversation. Said he doing all that hate, but you scared of confrontation. What the fuck?
Your mouth talking crazy. On the West, we amazing. Put something in it that you don't want. Don't they really call you deep throat? Keep my name out your mouth. Speaking on things that you don't know about. Mouth roll to check that
What is this going like? Let's see. Oh, he's a clip of Hannah. Yeah, I think.
We stuck on a brand new high, call it elevation. Enterprise monopolized meditation. Here to address the nation like a congregation. While you gossip like a bitch in your conversations. Front line since the 90s with a full clip. The rules and regulations. Los Angeles, West Coast evangelist. Power of the people say X made a miracle. Nothing is identical. Loose lips move faster than a ricochet. The truth moves slow and low like a Chevrolet. My feet never touching the.
What's this? Banana glue. Banana glue. Yeah, banana glue's nice actually. Wild berry cake harvest on Run Organic, Nana glue flush, water and dry growing. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've watched this guy loads of times actually.
Did you know you could top your plant as early as 12 days?
Yes.
Let me show you how. You're going to split these two leaves to the side. And you see this little growth coming in right up here.
Actually, you can do it this, but the best time to wait is when you've got at least 5 to 6 nodes. So that's a node and that's a node there. So he's literally 2 nodes he's doing. He's doing it really early. Yeah, wait till there's 5 little spaces. Yeah, that's a node. That'd be another. That'd grow there. That'd be another node. So normally when it's about, chop it when it's about 12 inches, like that. 10 to 12, yeah. Yeah, but you can do it this early. A lot of people that do
is what you're going to be taking.
LST and stuff like this. The plants, they normally do this quite early. Bend it over, get it all prepared.
Now.
Dang.
Did you know you could top your plant as early as 12 days? Let me show you how. You're going to split these 2 leaves to the side. And you see this little growth coming in right up here. Is what you're going to be taking out. So you're going to take that, pinch, and it comes right off. Now you're gonna have 2 main branches instead of 1. Like and follow for more. Did you know you could top your plant?
The ground. You about to find out you keep fucking around. So now, don't make a nigga shut you down. Shut shit off, shut you up, shut your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth. Speaking on things that you don't know
Shut
about.
your bitch ass up,
Keep my
nigga.
name out your mouth. Speaking on things that you don't know about.
Always running your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth. Speaking on things that you don't know about. Keep my name out your mouth. Speaking on things that you don't know about.
Come on.
Shut your mouth talking crazy. On the West we amazing. Put something in it that you don't want. Don't they really call you deep throat? Keep my name out your mouth. Speaking on things that you don't know about.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I've had yeah, couple of weeks they can get to that size. Honor. You ever heard of Northern Scrogger? I think no, I haven't actually. Is he a grower? Is he?
Hey yo, I said your flat earth lounge in the building. Duffy, we ain't playing banners, chat in the building. Yo, London, it's flat, bro. Yo, no fakers, we take out the mascot. Bottom feeders, I'm cracking the black rock. Close your case like I'm closing Jaren's laptop. Duffy acts when I'm bringing the backdrop. Duffy's allegations, disorientation, financial violations, plus a few citations at federal tax evasion, FE fixation, globe education, Jared infatuation, cooperation at Union Station 33, Masonic signs, why all the faking, blood spilling, concealing, fulfilling the contract, so willing, so dealing, cold chilling, faith healing, unable to see the ceiling, appearing, intervening, fake pastor, magician, self-revealing. No fakers, we take out the mascot. Bottom feeders, I'm cracking the black rock. Close your case like I'm closing Jaren's laptop. Duffy acts when I'm bringing the backdrop. Duffy said to Eve, eat the apple, go dazzle, talk, babble. These snakes in the chapel. Duffy's the leader, 2 horns, no geezer, man, take a breather. I am the keeper of the Grim Reaper, Colorado preacher, death penalty. Father teacher, misdemeanor, getting bold.
Anyone heard of it? Oh, is that dude? Are they the dudes in the front room, Dan? Are they the dudes in the front room? The dude that he wears skinny jeans and he's drinking Buckfast and he just sings. Is that the dude you're talking about? I'm sure Honor's played it before, made us play it. That dude, yeah. I think it's him. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong.
Yo, he's no pastor, he's just an actor. Who's his master? Bob Ali Star. He's no pastor, he's just an actor. Who's his master? He's going straight to hell, yo. No fakers, we take out the mascot. Bottom feeders, I'm cracking the black rock. Close your case like I'm closing Jaren's laptop. Duffy acts when I'm bringing the backdrop. Well, let's end with this. How many dicks will take a pic? How many more perverts on the grift? How many more pricks will take the piss? Well, I have a list, so let's resist, be strong, and let's persist, persevere, pioneer, peer-to-peer. I did my P's, no Q's, oh dear, it's clear. Practically demonstrate your model, and I'll swear I go back to the globe. Don't care, quicker than Randy's hair, quicker than one of Mellow Globe, solar flares, quicker than Jaren jumping the fence, quicker than Jaren back.
Hey, Andy.
Quicker than Patrick buying a Benz.
See Andy, yeah. I just scrolled up.
Hands quicker than Paul making amends, quicker than Craig doing 10 reps, quicker than Mac 2. Stop, you thought I forgot, yo. Jax, Amanda, Sarah, Vicky, Laura, Liz, Fiona, and Suits, Mom, Jim, Scotty, Tommy, Happy, Charlie, Seeking Forever Love, Brendan, Chills, Jim, Trianagram, Logical, and Tourette, 2.
Wake up.
Pine, Dorian, Matthew, Martin, P, J, Tone D, and rest of the crew. Baron, Allen, Blood, MK, Ian, Jamie, DT, Fen, Dr. E, Jeff, what's new? Hashtag Bugger, Roger, Flats, Dr. B, Dean, HD, DJ, New Moon, Andy, Lev, Toma, Emerald, Suits.
Hey, good morning, Glenn. Right, let's see what we got on the list this morning, man.
Cheswick, FPV, thinking me.
Bootsy. me.
Yeah, I'd rather be with you.
I'd rather be with you until I'm through. Oh, yes, I do. I'd rather be with you until that day will fly away. I just love that smiling face in the early sun. If I can't have you to myself, then life's no fun.
I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you.
I want to hold your hand.
Estronian. Tarmo's from Estonia. That's a good one on it. Tarmo's from Estonia. The estrogen flows deep in Estonia.
I wanna be your friend, not now and then, but until the end. I just love the way you act, and that's a fact. I wanna be your number one, so get to that.
Maybe the next time. Maybe the next time. Maybe the next time.
Hey, good morning, Logical. Good evening to Logical, rather. If Logical's in around Brisbane, it should be about 8:30 in the evening. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, good evening to Logical.
I'd rather be with you until I'm through. Oh, yes, I do. I'd rather be with you until that day will fly away. I just love that smiling face in the early sun. If I can't have you to myself, then life's no fun.
I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you.
West Australia. Is there a difference, Tarmo? Is there are the less estrogen males? Are they on the east side? They have to be, right? The east side's full of testosterone. The west side of Estonia is full of people like Tarmo, full of men like Tarmo, right? High pitched estrogen, zesty as hell, tight spandex boots and all that sort of Zelensky sort of looking. Hey, what's up? What's up, London? Great to see you, man. Hope you're well.
Well, you might think I'm trying to be funny, but I'm really serious this time, baby. Even though it's a cold world, baby, but you know deep down inside that I do love you. I know I sound strange.
I don't know. That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard.
We're gonna make it this time, baby.
Isn't Zelensky originally from Estonia? I don't know if that's true. I'm sure I heard he's from the west side of Estonia. That's where he originates from. That's where all the zest was happening, right? When he was wearing that tight leather clad boots and dancing. This is Zelensky, you know. This is the dude that's meant to be protecting the Ukraine. That's insane, man. As I said before, Putin must have been sitting there just rubbing his hands, just thinking, just saying to his generals, just watching that video of Zelensky dancing, all zesty. He must have just been rubbing his hands, saying to his general, invade them now. Just wipe them out. Take them all out. Just get in there. This dude's the leader. Oh, no problem. Send in the tanks.
You're the only one. Yeah. I really love it. I'm coming at you. Tied behind my back, baby. I'd rather be with you. You got me. Yeah. I'm coming at you. Get ready.
Estrogena. Oh god. Funny, man. Okie dokie, right, let's get to some of these vids because... Oh, hold on, I think there's one more to go. We're going to do... Is it the Federer? The Federer. The Federer. Just go on to that last one. Skip you. Right, last one, guys, and then we're going to go on to the videos.
I spin fellas, my swing quicker than Federer. I serve packing the bands back on a regular. And I'ma tell her how she sing for me T-Pain. Your mama's hooked on the packs, I'll be selling her. I click Amazon, bang them and I'm not saying. I feel his head with the...
Yeah, he's Polish or something, right? I was just making, because he dressed up all zesty and in tight leather stuff with high heels, dancing like a woman. I just thought his original roots might have been from West Estonia. That's west side. The west side of... I'm just winding time out.
The magazine made me lean when I walk in the drumstick will make a net bang like a punk band. Hop in the cab, I'm banging me crossword up. Head in the west and I'm banging a push bird. Couple of cans and a puff on me death stick. Click on my fingers, he's cutting me cough there. Ringing the bow bells, bringing the website. I'm flinging the dry food, bringing the cassette. They belling me non-stop, sending the lads there. Hop in me drop top, I'm running the man down. Mr. Big Bucks, I'll be looking at business. Dressed to kill, mama got me up on a Rick list. Pole position, had a fella running the distance. I'll be banging a giving the triplets. The bigger the bag, the bigger the butt crack, the bigger the chance the birds up in my contacts. The figure's a big deal, a pen on the contract. Serve me up, baby, give a tip on me top end. And I'll be whipping a wire, puffing a Benson, pushing a pack, the full stack like I'm benching. Giving the fish scale, that slide like a penguin, flipping the chick on my bills, why fuck a pension. Slow mo vision, I've been puffing the peace pipe, selling free fires to the fiends by the seaside. On my tail lines in the seams of my Levi's with a stack figure, the Nicki Minaj we earn. And I'ma tell her how she sing for me T-Pain. Your mama's hooked on the packs, I'll be selling her. I click Amazon, bang them and I'm not saying. I feel his head with the lead like a mukbang. The magazine made me lean when I walk in the drumstick will make a net bang like a punk band. Hop in the cab, I'm banging me crossword up. Head in the west and I'm banging a push bird. Couple of cans and a puff on me death stick. Click on my fingers, he's cutting me cough there.
That'd probably be quite funny, Canada, actually.
Bringing the cassette, they belling me non-stop, sending the lads there. Hop in me drop top, I'm running the man down. Mr. Big Bucks, I'll be looking at business. Dressed to kill, mama got me up on a Rick list. Pole position, had a fella running the distance. I'll be banging a giving the triplets. The bigger the bag, the bigger the butt crack, the bigger the chance the birds up in my contacts. The figure's a big deal, a pen on the contract. Serve me up, baby, give a tip on me top end. And I'll be whipping a wire, puffing a Benson, pushing a pack, the full stack like I'm benching. Giving the fish scale, that slide like a penguin, flipping the chick on my bills, why fuck a pension. Slow mo vision, I've been puffing the peace pipe, selling free fires to the fiends by the seaside. On my tail lines in the seams of my Levi's with a stack figure, the Nicki Minaj we earn.
Okay, right, let's check. It's always good to start off the videos with this, isn't it? Let's listen to what this moron says.
Hey, Sean, let me answer. I want to point out to the audience, you are evading the topic of the debate, which is the shape of the earth, by talking about the sun. Hey, Sean, let me answer. I want to point out to the audience, you are evading the topic of the debate, which is the shape of the earth, by talking about the sun. Hey, Sean, let me answer. I want to point out to the
What a
audience.
moron Duffy is. He destroyed the whole experiment, his whole thing with this one soundbite. He's destroyed the whole thing. That's why they haven't released the documentary yet. I don't know. Have they released it? I don't think they have they? Because this clown ruined it. We was just waiting for a soundbite like this to come out of his mouth because he's a compulsive liar and he can't remember his shit. So
I want to point out, hey, Sean, let me answer. I want to point out to the audience, you are evading the topic of the debate, which is the shape of the earth, by talking about
the sun.
Hey, Sean, let me answer. I want to point out to the
So
audience.
what was the TFE doing then, Duffy? What a moron. Thank you, Duffy, for that. I love that. That's going to start every single show. Oh, for sure, yeah. Let's get down. Let's get down to business. That's quite okay. Mysterious videos from the darkest web. Oh, we'll check out, see what Dred's got to say, and we just watch the videos through, guys. Might have to hold up. I'm gonna take this up to 360. Hopefully get through. Oh.
Welcome to the channel, everyone. And a special hi to my new subs. I appreciate all you guys. Now let's rock and roll that rabbit hole.
What if I told you that everything that we've ever been told, everything, the opposite, was always the truth? Everything. Everything.
Perhaps he could preface that with everything important is inverted. The question in my mind is how much belief bleeds into science. Let me give you an example.
The craziest thing I learned while studying astronomy is that distances shrink when you travel close to the speed of light. Say you wanted to fly to the Andromeda Galaxy, our closest neighbor just 2 million light years away. We build you a spaceship that gets really close to the speed of light. We can calculate that from your perspective. The 2 million light-year journey has now shrunk to just 3 light years. This means for you, the journey lasts just 3 years, meaning you can go there and hang out with the aliens before flying back home to Earth and letting us all know what you found in under 7
So the people on Earth, they've aged 1,000 years. All this nonsense just... Yeah, 4 million years. Oh, come on, man.
The planet is stationary.
Shut up, Neil.
So they watch you fly there for 2 million years and then have to
spewing out your imagination again and nonsense and theory. Come on, man. This is what I mean. These people, they live in theory land, live in imagination land. I don't. I live in reality.
For another 2 million years for you to return.
This is all just nonsense and gobbledygook and numbers and incomprehensible numbers, and it's just a bunch of crap.
I know this sounds like science fiction, but
it is science fiction, you complete moron. Build me a ship that goes 99.999% the speed of light. You can't. It never will be built, ever. You complete tard. Oh yeah, but we imagine me building a ship that can go 90. Get out of here, Tyson, Neil deGrasse.
We have tested with experiments.
Tested with experiments? No, you've tested with mathematics. That's it. Numbers on a bloody chalkboard. That's all you've tested. You ain't tested anything. Where is it? That's what you've tested, is on that board. Just squiggly lines. That's all it is. Doesn't mean anything. Not in reality, it doesn't.
It's real physics. We have tested with experiments. If it wasn't true, your GPS on your phone wouldn't work right now.
Sorry to make you listen to NDT. I know that his feast of nonsense on the cosmos is nauseating to a lot of people. Traveling at light speed is something people are willing to accept as a possibility now. I'm not saying it's bad to ponder the possibilities and how far will technology take us. I'm not sure if there's any repeatable, observable evidence to back up anything that man just said.
Do you think that space? Do you believe there's any space up there? Or do you think? I can't tell you that. I couldn't tell you that, Dan. If it's contained or not. Never been up there to see it. You know, us having a pressure down here would suggest that. It would suggest there's some kind. But I can't tell you that. I can't tell you the dimensions of this place. I just know 100% that we're not on that spinning ball. Everything in reality is telling you the opposite to what they're telling you. Everything. So that guy that said like everything's inverted, he's kind of right. And Dred's right by saying the important things are all inverted. So, I mean, I couldn't tell you the dimensions or if it's contained or anything, and that's just the truth. But if we go by the physics of water, we know it's all flat and level. So, yeah, I don't know what you do with that, man, but what's that?
Is that some kind of vortex energy? An incredible force if it's real. I'd like to test this myself. An interesting lesson in physics. I would guess that there's ties to free energy with this method. Is that why a lot of us haven't seen this before?
Okay, what we have here is a standard AC6H non-contact AC voltage detector. Now what this thing does is tell you where electricity is. For example, this wire is dead. There's no electricity because I had the switch off. If I turn the switch on, it now says there's electricity. See how that works? For instance, these wires are hot going to it. Now, the cool thing about this is it'll pick up any voltage. Anything between, let's see, this one is actually 50 volts to 1,000 volts. Category 4, 1,000 volts. So, here's the weird thing I'd like to show you.
Damn.
What's up there? I'm not doing anything to it, guys. Kind of weird.
Seems to be like 50 to 100 volts right above your head.
There's raw voltage in the air. Once you reach a certain height of around...
It's crazy. Seems like just above your head, like a couple of meters up, there's like this free voltage energy. Free electricity.
300 feet, I believe. There's a constant voltage running through the air. Many believe that the Tartarian buildings, with their metal spirals, were actually conductors of electricity that powered the whole building. Interesting science. Is this what Nikola Tesla wanted to give the world? Is that what his Tesla Tower was all about? I think so.
I mean, you can't trust any of this. You can't trust any of this nonsense at the moment. Has anyone else ever seen this before? Suddenly now we've got AI and all this stuff. We're seeing all these weird... I can't trust any of it, man. Not with this AI stuff out at the moment.
This is the Kailasa Temple in India. It was built between 7...
Oh, man, this place is phenomenal, man. This place, we've shown it before. Yeah, the Kailasa Temple. It's literally been carved out of the rock. There's no single blocks. It's all been carved out of the rock. That's crazy.
6 and 773 AD. According to the...
There it is. That was flat one time. They've carved out. They've carved out the sides and they've carved... This is one solid piece. Kind of looks like the Sphinx a bit, doesn't it? With the two paws Kind of head. 2 paws coming down. Interesting place though. I mean, how did they do that?
Fake history, the fake mainstream narrative. They built this out of this mountainside, this hillside, and this is one piece, one complex, chiseled, hand chiseled from the top down. Who honestly believes that? They expect us to believe that. Look at that. Look how perfectly symmetrical. This is symmetrical. Elephants on both sides. Look at that. Laser technology. This is lasers or some other abilities that they had back in the day that we don't have anymore, or that they hide. There's no way we did this with hammer and chisel. That's fabrication. That's fake history. I want y'all to look at how detailed this is. Look at the intricate cuts and the details.
Crazy.
I honestly believe that all
That is crazy. How the hell did they do that?
this was hand chiseled from one piece, from one mountainside, one rock area. That's what the mainstream wants us to think. That all these details and cuts and divots and steps and all that, they didn't build anything from somewhere else and carry over and stack it. They went from the top down.
Man.
Allegedly, it took them 17 years to do that. This is one piece. All these statues and different, monolith-looking things and this whole cave system, all these pillars, all that stuff. Look at all those elephants. All that stuff is hand chiseled. No power tools. This looks like it was laser cut. Ancient people had technology. People in the past had technology. So guess how many pounds, how many tons of rock they had to move to complete this? Between 200,000 and 400,000 tons. So that's between 400 million and 800 million pounds of earth and stone they had to move. Look at that. Look at those cuts. Look at those cuts. This is a computerized laser system. The thing is, people are like, oh, well, they just had a lot of time back then. They had a lot of people, a lot of manpower to pull this off. Just because you have, 1,000 workers doesn't mean it's going to equal skill. Quantity does not equal skill. Quantity does not equal perfection. Everyone had to be a master level stonemason in order for this to look like this. You really think like that the foreman of the site is like micromanaging every single chisel? Oh wait, you need to go a half a centimeter into that rock. This would require masterful level stonemasonry that they did. There's no way they had that. This was a computerized laser.
It is an incredible place.
So the point of this video is to get you to open your eyes and see that they're lying to you, and you cannot trust the mainstream. You cannot trust whatever the mainstream says. It's going to be cap. It's going to be. This is the Matrix, and they're going to feed you lies to keep you docile, controlled, and easy to manipulate. All right? So this was not built by hand. This was technology.
The man poses a good question. You most likely would have needed thousands of master stonemasons to achieve that level of perfection over 12 years with no mistakes? What happened if they made a mistake? They just scrap the whole thing? Once again, the official story is less than believable. And what's your guys' guess on that circular giant stone disc those men were turning in China? Some claim that it was a wheat grinder, and those holes in the top were where you pour the wheat.
Yeah, that's
somewhere on the other side that's not visible to the camera.
That is what I first thought when I see that. I thought it looked like a giant, like wheat grinder, yeah, with the holes. Oh, you put the and it grinds it. But then, what was pushing it? It must have been quite a big fella, right?
Is a hole where the grain dust would fall out of, and some say it's Tartarian technology. Interesting. Yes, please. I'll take one of those mugs. That's for all those morning people out there.
Watch the New Madrid fault line. There's a reason that 1,800 of the 4,800 National Weather Service employees were ultimately let go. They know what's coming. They just don't want you to know. Watch that fault line.
If a megaquake were to strike the New Madrid seismic zone today,
I've been hearing a lot about this mega quake that's meant to be happening on, is it June the 5th? And it's meant to set off like 10,000 other earthquakes something. It's just more fear mongering, probably.
Consequences would be profound. Cities such as
It is more
Memphis,
fear
St.
mongering.
Louis, Little Rock,
Not probably.
and even Louisville could experience severe shaking. Memphis, in particular, sits near the epicenter of the fault system and has older brick buildings, fragile infrastructure, and limited earthquake preparedness.
Hey, good morning, Tommy. Welcome in. Great to see you, Tom.
Effects of a magnitude 7.7 quake in the region. The results were staggering: over 80,000 casualties, millions left homeless, and economic damage exceeding $300 billion. Major highways and railroads crossing the Mississippi River would be severed. Fuel pipelines that supply the eastern U.S. could rupture. Power outages could last weeks. Drinking water systems would fail. Emergency response would be overwhelmed in every direction. And then there is the Mississippi River itself. A repeat of 1811 seismic uplift and subsidence could dam the river temporarily or divert its flow. Ports, shipping lanes, and agricultural supply routes could all be disrupted, adding to an already national-scale disaster. Although the New Madrid seismic zone is hundreds of miles from the nearest ocean, it still poses a surprising and often overlooked threat: inland tsunamis, or seiches. These are massive standing waves generated within enclosed or semi-enclosed bodies of water, triggered by the intense shaking of an earthquake. During the 1811 and 1812 New Madrid quakes, eyewitnesses reported large waves surging along the Mississippi River, capsizing boats, flooding low-lying banks, and, in some cases, even pushing the river to flow backward temporarily. The violent shaking displaced vast volumes of water, creating waves powerful enough to inundate riverfront settlements. If a similar quake were to strike today, the same phenomenon could occur, but with far more devastating consequences. Major cities like Memphis and St. Louis, along with dozens of smaller riverfront communities, have grown dramatically in population
I call
and
you a
infrastructure
wolf
since the early
because you
19th
flow
century.
backwards.
Critical facilities, bridges, ports, fuel depots, and water treatment plants now line the Mississippi and its tributaries. A large quake-induced seiche could sweep through these zones with little warning, causing localized flooding, structural damage, and additional chaos during an already overwhelming disaster. It's a hidden danger, one that underscores just how complex and far-reaching the New Madrid threat truly is.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing right now, there's some major tornadoes touching down in the southern states. Combine that with some potential earthquakes that are affecting fault lines, we could have some major disasters on our hands soon. How much of it is weather manipulation? How much of it is Mother Nature?
Guy who willingly poisoned himself in the Amazon rainforest?
No,
Bro, he
I've never
did this
seen
for
it.
content too. So he was there and he got with a local.
Yeah.
So the local took him to like an indigenous tribe.
Mhm.
And the tribe was like, oh, if you want some content, like we can poke you with a very poisonous like frog venom
Mhm.
and see how you react. The guy's like, yeah, okay, let's go viral.
For what though?
I
Just
don't
to
know.
try it?
Just to try it, yeah, because he knows that he's not gonna die,
Mhm.
right? So what they did is they got a wood and then they got the frog and like they burnt it into a liquid, right? They got him like this. They burned 2 holes into his skin and got the venom and went like this. As soon as it like hit,
Yeah.
the guy's head, it was like red,
Oh,
and the guy he was
shit.
telling him, "Yo, it feels like my head is fucking exploding. Like,
Damn.
like you're in a chokehold, but it's never gonna release."
Okay,
And
so how did he like get saved then? Like,
so this is what happened. So after that, like they took him to the river. They washed the venom off.
Mhm.
But even after that, he puked everything out and he passed out for like 6 hours.
No. What? Would you guys let poison get rubbed into open wounds just for a viral video? The lengths at which people go. It's an epidemic of idiocracy.
Can you see the visualizations from different angles?
Yeah.
Can you walk through them?
Yeah.
Can you touch them?
Yeah.
And you can feel them?
And I think where the mistake's made is in the term remote viewing. That implies seeing it. You kind of aren't seeing it, but you are. What it is, it's a compilation of all of your senses. Most people go into remote viewing thinking, I'm going to see something, and so they're totally and completely dependent on their eyes. It's not just your vision. It's your smell. It's your taste. It's your feeling. It's your emotions about it. It's everything that you could possibly sense if you were standing in the middle of it. Everything you could possibly say about it that's right,
but it's as though you don't know. You've never seen it before in your whole life. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of masked that way. So where they make a mistake is they make a mistake in naming things or having the need to say what it is. No, nobody wants to know what it is.
Back in a sec, guys. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec.
Based on your senses, all of your senses. So, I'm just going to throw out a hypothetical. Let's say it's a CIA guy, and he wants to know what this spy was caught in South Africa and turned over to our country, and he's a Russian spy. And when he was caught, they haven't been able to determine how he encrypted his messages going back to Russia. That's more important than catching the spy, okay? So they need to know that, so they come to us with that task. Tell us how he encrypted his messages. So they might write that out. How did the spy from South Africa encrypt his messages? And they put it in a double wrapped opaque envelope, and they put A on it. And I go in a room and they throw the envelope with A on it on a table. And they say, tell us about A.
Have you remote viewed Antarctica yet?
Oh, I have. And that's where another remote viewer kicked me out.
Oh.
Like, he found me and I was like,
Yeah, they don't mess around there.
they do not mess around there. I was sort of just, floating down this hallway, right, in my astral body. And then there was this really big, and the way that I see other remote viewers is it would be like an outline of a human body, but transparent, like kind of like a ghostly shape almost. Anyway, so he was really big and like tall and also wide, and he was floating down the hallway towards me. And I was confused because I've never seen another remote viewer. Like, I've never been seen before at that point. And so he looks at me and he goes like this, and he goes, and he kicks, like pushes me energetically way outside of the base. And all of a sudden, like, I'm now outside. And I was just confused. And so what I did was I cloaked myself, which essentially is putting like an invisibility cloak around your astral body. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depends on their consciousness level. And I went back into the base. So I stepped in behind him. And with any remote viewer, you have a grounding cord. And that grounding cord leads the astral body back to the physical body. So what I did was I followed this guy's grounding cord down the hall, so behind him, and then I went into this tiny room, like we're talking very small room, and there was two men in military fatigues, and both of them in these military fatigues were like this. They were slumped over. And so in that moment, I realized, oh, these are their remote viewers. So they're sitting in the base physically, and then they're patrolling the base astrally. And that was my first experience learning that, okay, I got to be careful because I can't just go anywhere and do whatever I want.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, like any conspiracy, some people run with it. I enjoy this subject and have a little bit of experience with it. I decided to take the training course that is available online. A gentleman named Ed Dames provides a training course. Apparently, he formerly worked with the military for a decade or more on a program to train psychics. What they came up with was remote viewing. Now, I certainly didn't have any experiences like this woman is describing with ghostly figures. What she describes sounds more like these out-of-body experiences that people have. Remote viewing is not that. I describe it more as grabbing bits of data from an invisible information highway. Colors, textures, things that describe what you're supposed to be viewing. And that's just how I understand it anyways. Let me know what you guys think of it.
Now, this is quite a discovery. Fragments of a biblical scroll, along with other relics, have been found in desert caves in Israel.
The world is shaken as a long-forgotten 2,100-year-old Bible reveals something about humanity's past and future. The re-emergence of the ancient Book of Enoch, hidden away for centuries by the Church and miraculously preserved, threatens to upend everything we thought we knew. Recently unearthed in Ethiopia, this forgotten scripture has resurfaced at a pivotal moment, poised to reveal unsettling truths about the human condition and spark a new era of understanding. What are the secrets contained within its pages? What answers about our origins does this ancient book hold? The Book of Enoch. It's often a mystery how texts change the contexts of history, beliefs, and ideologies. Times have truly changed, and so is how people perceive religion, so answers from the scripture and scientific views aren't enough anymore. Globally, a vast array of evidence suggests that human history may be far more complex than what we've been led to believe. A prime example is the Book of Enoch, a text once revered within the church, but later expunged from the Bible due to its contentious content. It wasn't until the 18th century, a time of rising humanism and scientific independence from religious institutions, that the initial chapters resurfaced. The stories within, particularly those about fallen angels and the giant Nephilim, have revolutionized the Christian worldview and offered profound, unexpected insights into human nature. Despite its significant role in early Christianity, the Book of Enoch was omitted from the official Bible, leaving us wondering why a once-respected text was pushed aside and nearly forgotten. This ancient document challenges conventional biblical narratives, painting a dark picture of humanity's future with tales of world-ending events and divine judgments. These grim predictions prompt us to reflect on the consequences of our actions. The Book of Enoch also presents a fascinating account of the Nephilim, a fierce race born from the union of fallen angels and human women, upending traditional notions of good and evil. Additionally, the book is rumored to contain magical spells, forbidden knowledge, and lost ancient technologies, potentially holding the power to transform our understanding of the world. The Bible itself is not without its complexities, featuring odd and sometimes violent tales that extend beyond heavenly messages of hope. With themes of violence, injustice, and darkness woven throughout its pages, it raises questions about the exclusion of the Book of Enoch. The book itself is considered pseudepigraphal writing, which means it is a writing which claims as its author someone who did not produce it, in other words, a forgery. The Blue Letter Bible goes on to say, the real author wrote the book under the name of someone else. The idea was to provide the writing with some sort of authority that it did not deserve. Consequently, these are not authentic writings. So, who was Enoch and why is he shrouded in curiosity? The answers to these questions may hold the key to unlocking a more nuanced understanding of human history and our place within it.
Listen, I never mean to offend anybody, but when we speak the truth from God's word, a lot of times it is going to step on some toes. And the truth is that this is satanic idol worship. Just because this is rooted in tradition does not excuse it from what is happening here. This literally looks like the entrance to the underworld. This is the Brotherhood of the Remedy of Souls, in which they pray for souls in purgatory. Now, as a Bible-believing, Spirit-filled Christian, I am going to tell you the truth, and the truth is that there is no such thing as purgatory. Foundational doctrine of purgatory is that some believers' sins still need to be paid for. They still need to be atoned for. And that 100% just denies the complete and finished work of Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross. To say that we somehow still need to help pay for our sins is saying that what Jesus did, the suffering he went through on that cross, is somehow inadequate. This is also clearly involving carved images and idols, which God directly tells us not to do.
This Book of Enoch has caused a lot of contention in the religious sector. A lot of people argue about its authenticity. I'm personally not religious-minded and hold no belief systems. But one thing I've come to realize, the people that control this matrix do believe in it.
China has created
Nicely
their own
put,
sun,
Red.
and it is claimed to be 5 times hotter than the sun. China's East, a marvel in nuclear fusion technology, has just set a record, achieving a scorching temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit for an impressive 17 minutes. This achievement marks a crucial step towards harnessing the power of nuclear fusion.
What is the matter with human beings? Just completely, absolutely retarded.
Matrix do believe in it.
Listen to this. China has created their own
sun, and it is claimed to be 5 times hotter than the sun.
It's just, if you're listening, the creator, just wipe us all out. Everyone's got to go. Just restart it again, because we got mongs like China trying to make fucking suns that are 15 times hotter than the actual sun. I mean, it can't be good. It can't be a good thing. Trying to make it's just insanity at its highest. It's insanity. You can't get any more insane than this. You know, they're blocking out the sun, then they're giving us artificial suns. But China part of the TFE experiment? I mean, what's going on there then?
China's east,
look at the way this just flies up.
Technology has just set a record, achieving a scorching temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit for an impressive 17 minutes. This achievement marks a crucial step towards harnessing the power of nuclear fusion, a process that mimics the sun, offering a potential source of nearly unlimited...
Don't know if that's nuclear fusion. You've never been there to fucking test it. You're just looking at the light frequencies and saying, oh, it's this, just like you do with the stars. Oh, if it's blue, it's this. If it's a red coloured, it's this. Shut up. Can't tell that. It's like me saying, how much does that barrel weigh at the bottom of my garden? And you're not allowed to go up to it and touch it. You've got to tell me from here. You've got to tell me its composition, what it's made of, and what it's filled up with from here. You can't. You're doing the same with the stars and the sun. Oh, because it's this colour, because it's blue, it must be a water planet with land. Come on. And no, it's got a red shift in it, so it must look like Mars, or it's just bollocks, man.
Limited clean energy. The temperatures achieved dwarf even the core of the sun.
Hey, Ian, welcome in. Welcome in, Ian. Welcome in, VT.
Fahrenheit. For decades,
welcome in,
have
Super.
chased the dream of nuclear fusion,
Great to see
the
you
very
guys.
process that fuels stars. This pursuit involves fusing hydrogen atoms into helium at extremely high temperatures, akin to creating a miniature sun on Earth. The tokamak design, resembling
Just
a
get rid of
donut-shaped chamber, superheats
sorry.
plasma to replicate these stellar conditions. However, achieving and maintaining such extreme temperatures for fusion has been a significant scientific challenge since the first tokamak was created in 1958. East's groundbreaking progress brings us closer to a future where energy is derived from our very own artificial sun. This advancement isn't just about breaking records. It's about rereading the rules of energy production. The potential of an artificial sun means a future of clean, sustainable energy, freeing us from the constraints.
Shut up. We've already got free sustainable energy. It's already here. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I just can't stand them. Honestly. If I could get them all in one room, these elitists and these fucking scientists, and I would, honestly, I'd just napalm the whole lot of it. Just get rid of them all. Because it's people like this that are going to destroy this place. Well, they're already halfway there, by the way.
Fossil fuels and their environmental impact. The implications of this technology extend far beyond.
Hey, Bogan, welcome in.
An artificial sun could revolutionize how we understand energy, leading to advancements in numerous fields and potentially altering our impact on the planet.
What material is used to combat the heat without melting? That's a great point. That's a great point, because they're obviously not getting to those temperatures, are they then? I mean, what material are they using? What is this being made out of? Where is it? Bloody thing they were working on. Yeah. What's this made out of? If it's bringing temperatures 15 times hotter than the sun, all this would just fucking melt. It's just so they're just bullshitting you all the time, constant bullshit of fear mongering, and
brings us closer to a future where energy is derived from our very own artificial sun. This advancement isn't just about breaking records. It's about rereading the rules of energy production. The potential of an artificial sun means a future of clean, sustainable energy, freeing us from the constraints of fossil fuels and their environmental impact.
That's what I mean. It's 15 times hotter than the sunny, and then they've made some stupid like ball thing with earthly materials. I mean, how is that not melting? I mean, look at this. 15 times hotter than the sun. And, you know, it's made out of steel and fucking plastic. Get out of here, man.
Artificial sun. This advancement isn't just about breaking records. It's about rereading the rules of energy production. The potential of an artificial sun
Yeah, what runs it, Jonah? Hey, Jonah. Yeah, I know.
freeing us from the constraints of fossil
It's ridiculous. They can keep saying these things as much as they want, but in reality, none of it works. It's just, to me, it just becomes sounds and numbers. It doesn't mean anything in reality.
And
fancy pictures, because this is all they got. Got nothing else.
Environmental impact. The
It's
implication
to keep your mind subdued, just to keep your mind dumbed down and turn you into basically an idiot. Bumbling buffoon. Kind of like what Jaren's become.
of this technology extend far beyond mere energy production. An artificial sun could revolutionize how we understand energy, leading to advancements in numerous fields and potentially altering our impact on the planet.
Solar powered.
It heralds a new era where clean energy is not just a possibility, but a tangible reality.
Oh, shit. You said it all. A solar powered mini sun. Oh, what about that then? It's literally powered by the proper sun. It's just full of solar power. Come on, man.
Shining a light on a future where our energy needs are met by the power of a star created by human hands. Like and follow for more updates.
Oh, I can't stand this voice on this TikTok and the way they... So infuriating. It really is infuriating to hear this voice blabber on a bunch of nonsense.
Technological advancements.
Shut up.
A field of sunflowers is turning their back on the sun. So there are patents out there right now for an artificial sun, and China already launched one and showed an example. So people are showing videos that they took online, and they have a solar simulator. Now this is all patented, there's images, this is online. You can find this information here. But the videos that I'm going to be showing you, some people think that due to this video of the sunflowers turning their back on the sun, people are saying that that is not our real sun. They are, do you see? Now what could the possible explanation be for this? For a plant to turn away from the sun? Comment below what you think about this.
Yeah, we showed this ages ago. Sunflowers.
Let me show you something here about authenticity. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour, to absorb the sun. Can you see there? Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here. Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say
the sunflowers literally hate the sun. They turn their back on the sun now for some.
the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this. I don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction.
An artificial sun, huh? There's a lot of rumors and speculation about this Chinese artificial sun. From what I gathered, it doesn't float in the sky. It's stationary on the ground. Its purpose is to generate power more efficiently than any nuclear power plant or wind farm or solar farm. Yet still, what's with the sunflowers? I think that's a really bad sign.
Yeah, that's a bad
Or
sign.
is it just
man.
all that crap they're spraying?
Nah, man, that's a sign. Sunflowers turning away from the sun. That's insane. Really is crazy. Cats are hilarious. Oh, what's that?
You kitties hungry? You want foods?
Oh, cats are just the funniest creatures.
Yeah, don't get between a cat and its food. Did you see the one drinking out of a juice box? Cats rock. There's no denying it. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for coming by. See you next time.
Good stuff, Dread. I think Dread's videos are getting better. They're slowly getting better. You got to remember, he started off a new thing for him, so yeah, I think he'll get better. The presenting's getting better. Everything's getting better with the videos. Good stuff, Dread.
Through the AA in that way.
Oh, can I? Okay, fair enough. Can I ask you, are you unbiased then? Jem, are you unbiased with all the news you hear? And then you decide either way on the veracity of the information, the images,
No,
the
I
narrative.
assume if it's on mainstream news, I assume they're reporting actual things that have actually happened. I mean, I guess there might be some take on it, right? That's
Panda is such a fucking idiot. Panda, you're such an idiot. He actually thinks mainstream media is telling the truth. What a twat. You're just an imbecile, Jim Panda. What a fucking idiot.
Because there were Hamas people hiding underneath it.
Shut up with your fear-mongering porn.
And another story could be
stories.
Israel bombed a hospital.
That's it.
Stories,
Jim Panda. Just your version of a story.
But I don't think that Israel didn't really bomb a hospital.
No, Jem, just briefly, I know Kikuchi's trying to get in, but Jem, you remind me of my mother.
He doesn't believe Israel bombed a hospital, but he believes Hamas flew down on parachutes and kidnapped loads of Israelis. All right, Panda, you knobhead.
In a sense, I told my mother all this stuff over the years, and she said, no, it can't be true because the newspapers would be sued.
Hey, welcome in, Jeff. Great to see you, man.
Jem.
I don't know. You tell me. It depends which newspaper you're talking about. Obviously, they have different.
You know, Rupert Murdoch faked his death.
All of them. All the newspapers, Jim. You don't just pick and choose. Oh, this one's going to tell the truth and this one's not. They're all owned by the same people. All roads lead back to Black Rock. Vanguard. What's the matter with you? This is what I mean. These people just don't do the research. They're so dumb, stupid, and they believe everything they fucking hear on the TV. That's their life. And they just regurgitate that and spew that out to other people. All roads lead back to Black Rock, you moron. It's all owned by one company, man.
Oh, we're just going to pretend that all newspapers are owned by one person.
Yes, they are, you twats. This is what I mean about Jim. It's all owned by one group. Trillionaires. They own everything. All roads. Or can we say it again? Lead back to Black Rock, Jim. What don't you understand about that? Then you've got Vanguard. That's all part of that as well. These are huge bloody companies that own everything. All the media, they own it all. So yes, it does go back to one.
All right, let's do that. Okay. Does he have a unicorn?
Sorry, Maxwell. I was talking Maxwell. What's the name, Jem? I'm sorry, I didn't mean Rupert
He doesn't
Murdoch.
own all newspapers, does he?
No, but BlackRock owns all the media. This is what I mean. This is Gem Panda at his finest. This is Gem Panda's retarded brain. He's got an IQ of a fucking amoeba. Honestly, he's got an IQ of some sea urchin going about on the sea floor eating all the shit from the fish. That's what Panda does.
Right, so why say who owns all the newspapers?
BlackRock
It's a
do.
conglomerate of these elite fucking billionaires, whatever you want to call these fuckers.
No, that's made up.
No, it's not made up. BlackRock's not made up. Vanguard's not made up. This is what I mean. This is Globers and their denial of fucking reality. It really does get on my nerves. These clowns keep coming onto these channels and spewing their shit. When Gem Panda comes onto these channels, man, people should just leave. Leave him on his own, talking to himself. Don't go and engage with this moron. Because all he does is spew out this bullshit from the TV. He must be glued to the TV constantly, Gem Panda. Taking in all the information, thinking it's all real. What a moron. If I ever went to a Flat Earth meetup and this clown Gem Panda come along, man, I would go to town on him. I would go to town on him. Oh dear. Gem, you are such a retard.
No, I guarantee you that's a fact, Gem.
Okay, how would you? What's the evidence for that being a fact?
I don't know. Where do you, can we trust Google?
Why do you guys always do this, man? Every time everyone says it, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's like
Because
you can guarantee it.
Because that's how we draw conclusions about reality. We see things.
I'm crushing the BlackRock. Right, it's all in the song. Crushing the BlackRock. This Gem Panda has not got a Scooby-Doo, guys. He hasn't got a Scooby-Doo. A clue in the. It's like what we say. We say apples and pears for stairs in the UK. Scooby-Doo for clue, and we also say trouble and strife for wife. So, yeah.
Particular things in reality, and those particular things lead us to conclusions about reality. Like, for instance, if I see
if I know BlackRock exists and Vanguard exists, so what are you talking about then? Nothing leads. They own everything, all the media. I'm not going to keep saying it, man, because I've got to keep repeating it because you've got idiots like this Mong that just doesn't get it. He thinks that all these companies are all separate and they all do their own thing. And don't be so naive, Panda, you Mong. Pathetic. Really pathetic. The mindset of some of these characters.
I can assume that I can conclude that that is an apple tree. I can also know that I can go and pick the apple and I can eat
No,
it.
I can't listen to this fucking. It's like fucking Chinese water torture. Like lying back and having a drip just dripping onto your temple every 10 seconds for like a week. Get out. Get out of here. I'd rather watch a bit of this and listen to that Mong. Gimp Panda hasn't got a clue, just obsessed with flat earthers, going around to flat earth meets, trying to harass people, good people. That's what Gem Panda does. Right, I wanted to actually see the first part of this because I did watch a little bit of it. Seemed okay. The start bit, then it started getting a bit weird. I think it's all about Bigfoot signs. So let's take a look. I thought it was quite interesting. I don't know about you guys.
My way of pointing something. He fucking scared me.
No, he's not a Sasquatch, eh?
No, can't fucking tell with the camera. What? That's not the stop.
Well, I don't see no moose down there.
Hey, Plain Truth, welcome in. And that's, you can see that is a tool from that distance, and it's showing up like that. That's a pretty big dude, man, or whatever that is. That's got to be Probably 8 foot or something, you think? 8 to 9 foot or something. It's a big, big dude, man.
But as it stood up and started to move, the more they watched it, it became clear that this figure was different. Even from that distance, this thing is massive. Much, much larger than any average person. I'm not sure what it is, but this is an intriguing clip. The terrain and the conditions made it hard to get close to or to even tell what they were looking at. But whatever it wasn't something they were prepared to find that day. This trail cam image starts off like thousands of others do. 2 deer quietly standing in the foreground. But it's what's behind them that is caught.
Oh, this is like, these are like disturbing trail cam footage. When did this come out? A few days ago, 5 days ago. So it was pretty recent.
Everyone on.
I do like this trail cam. Baby Sasquatch. You got little baby Sasquatch there. That's hilarious, man.
Hard, and you can put me squarely in that category. I mean, this thing, a strange figure further back in the frame. I mean, it almost looks like a child in a costume, but the longer you look, let's just say
it obviously is a child in a costume. Come on, man, you can't be telling me. He's saying, because look at the hands are massive. He could have one of those fucking big hand things on, you know. They look identical to hands. I mean, that could all be one suit, even the hands. His hands are inside these hands, right? It's all one suit. So, yeah, anyone buying that this is a baby Bigfoot? I think this is a little baby Bigfoot. I'm not too sure.
the less that theory holds up. The hands are massive, far too large for a child. And the proportions, they're all different.
Hey, what's up?
Another
what's
weird
up?
part that a commenter mentioned is that if it were just a person, you'd expect the deer to react. But they don't. They're looking at him, they stay completely still.
Kind of weird,
calm,
isn't it?
almost unaware. That's kind of what has people speculating. Juvenile Sasquatch? Some type of other creature we don't even know about? Whatever it is, one thing's clear. I have a lot more questions.
Fake, because the deer ain't stupid. Yeah,
In
yeah.
March of this year, a
they would've
hiker
ran
stumbled
that.
across an old weathered camera deep in the Oregon woods. Curious, he
Baby
took it home and
Dogman?
had the film developed.
I don't know what it was, but it's a pretty strange pic, isn't it? Pretty strange. It just so happens, though, it just fits perfectly in the middle of the screen where the camera's pointing and all that good stuff, right? Yeah. I'm not too sure about that.
They're calm, almost unaware.
Hey, Laura.
That's kind of what has people speculating.
Fiona, sorry. How you doing, Fiona?
Some
You
type of other
okay?
creature we don't even know about? Whatever it is,
Welcome
one
in,
thing's
Fiona.
clear. I have a lot more questions. In March of this year, a hiker stumbled across an old weathered camera deep in the Oregon woods. Curious, he took it home and had the film developed. What showed up on the roll left him stunned. One frame in particular captured what looks like a face. Part human, part something else. Experts who've weighed in say the texture and proportions don't match a mask or model. Instead, the face has a strange mix, almost monkey-like but with unmistakably human qualities. And here's where it gets interesting. Oregon has a long history of Bigfoot sightings, especially during the 60s and 70s. Even today, fresh reports continue to trickle in. So what exactly did this old camera capture? An escaped zoo animal? Or possibly something that's been...
It's quite difficult to get good videos of these, actually. This is probably one of the best ones I've seen for ages. A lot of them are just nonsense, but seem to be... Seems to be okay.
In September of 2024, two friends set out on a peaceful canoe trip across Lake Ashigan. Midway through the day, they decided to pull ashore and check out a nearby trail, just to explore, snap a few photos, stretch their legs. But as they wandered deeper into the forest, yeah, things took a strange turn.
Should we get... What? What? Oh! Did you hear that? Dude, that's like knock... That's knock... Something's knocking, dude. That's not a woodpecker. What is that? Do you have your camera? I can't see anything. I can't see it. Look at the tree. Whoa, oh, whoa. Dude, is that a bear? Diz, is that a bear? Get your camera. Come here.
They began hearing odd sounds.
That's such a funny sentence. Is that a bear? Is that a bear? Quick, get your camera. If that was someone said, "Is that a bear? Is that a bear?" I would have said, "Get the bear gas spray and the gun. Fuck the camera. Leave the camera alone. Get me the spray and the gun." That's where you know some of this stuff, because they don't come out with the right stuff. If you see a bear, you wouldn't be saying, "Pass me the camera." Pass me the bear spray and the gun immediately. Don't be passing me no camera. A camera's not going to save my life, is it? It's going to just record me getting eaten.
Dude, is that a bear? Diz, is that a bear? Get your camera. Come here.
They began hearing odd sounds, snaps, low thuds, and movement in the brush. At first, they assumed it might be a bear. Then they saw it.
I can't see it. Can you see it? I don't see anything. Oh.
Look at the size of that thing!
Dude, that's not a bear! That's not a bear! That's not a bear!
A tall, dark figure moving quickly, standing upright between the trees. Later,
hey, have no sphere. Welcome in. Great to see you, man.
There it was. A large black silhouette gliding through the trees. Its movement too fast and too fluid for a person in hiking gear. They didn't realize it in the moment, but they may have just captured something truly unexplainable on camera. Deep in the forest of Canada, a lone hiker captured something he still can't explain. While scanning the woods with his camera, he suddenly felt a shift, like something was watching him.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm still thinking about it. It's one of the stupid things I've ever heard. Look, is that a bear? Is that a bear? Is that a bear? Damn, pass me the camera. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me. For someone, I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's like, do you see that fully grown ass lion, male lion with a mane? It's coming towards us. Look at it, It's in it. Pass me the camera. What? See that elephant herding towards us, this big male full of testosterone elephant, this trying to protect its area. Pass me the camera. What?
In the distance, partly blocked by trees, stood a figure. At first, his heart dropped. It looked like a bear, massive with thick black fur. But as he zoomed in, something didn't sit right. The head was off, less bear-like, more human, almost ape-like. And that's where the mystery deepens. Because Canada doesn't have any native ape species. No gorillas, no chimpanzees, nothing that fits what he recorded. The creature didn't move, though. It simply stared
What's the
back.
difference? I don't know what the difference is.
Judging
All
by its
messages are
proportions
visible.
and how it stood among the trees, some believe it may have
spam
been
and stuff
a
ain't
juvenile
visible.
Bigfoot. Whatever it was, it didn't behave like any animal he knew, and he wasn't sticking around for a second look. In May of 2008, a man went out geocaching near the Widowmaker Trail, a remote area known for its rugged
Snatchy
terrain
grew his
and
hair
eerie
again.
silence.
Where is Snatchy Beta? I mean, has anyone heard of Snatchy Beta? Has he taken all his content down? He had no choice. And Snatchy got found out for who he really was. An upward rising earther that likes to give wrenches to Jake the Arsehole and QMV. Who are a couple of morons. Sorry, they are. A couple of idiots. And he banned me for defending myself in his chat against the troll. He banned me for it, so that's Snatchy Beta for you. And then he come in here professing his intelligence, saying you lot are dumb and I'm really intelligent. And I made it quite clear to him that his intelligence has got him living in a shed on the side of a mountain, knocking one out to porn. I mean, no woman. And, you know, I pointed all these things out to him where his intelligence has got him. A week later, he moved back to the US. You couldn't make it up. Then he got found out even more, and now he's just done the off, and he's scrubbed all his videos, because when he comes back, he doesn't want no one remembering what he... But unfortunately, Snatchy Beta, we'll still be here to remind everybody. That's karma. That's karma. We don't like lying Buddhists. We don't like Buddhists that lie.
In the distance, moving slowly between the trees, was a massive figure. He pulled out his camera and managed to capture a short clip before the footage abruptly cut off. Later, he uploaded the video online and asked viewers what they thought. The responses were quick. Many believed it was genuine, one of the better unexplained sightings caught on camera. But what followed was nothing. The man never posted again. No replies, no follow-ups, no additional footage. It was as if he vanished from the conversation entirely. To this day, the video remains online, but the person behind it and the truth of what he saw
that's huge,
remains
man.
a mystery.
Is that it there? Let me just take it back. Sorry, I was waffling on.
The man never posted again. No replies, no follow-ups, no additional footage. In May of 2008, a man went out geocaching near the Widowmaker Trail.
What the hell is geocaching? Does anyone know what geocaching is? What you... Geo's like... right, so you're going out to the wilderness, right? Collect cache? I mean, what?
Area known for its rugged terrain and
Nonsense.
eerie silence.
Hey, Squirrel, what's up?
In the distance, moving slowly between the trees, was a massive figure. He pulled out his camera and managed to capture a short clip before the footage abruptly...
I missed it again. Oh, my Lord. Strength. Okay, I was saying didn't
In
move.
the distance, moving slowly...
Look at the size of that. It depends, though, because if he's crouching down and looking up or something and taking that picture, that's going to give the illusion. Because it does look like the camera's sort of angled slightly up. That would give you the illusion that it's a lot bigger than what it is, especially if he's like crouching down near these rocks.
Between the trees.
It's the same sort of trick that the Morons use for the Blackpool observation, where Ranty changed back to the globe. It's the same thing.
A massive
making
figure.
it look
he pulled
different
out his
angle than what
camera
it
and
is.
managed to capture a short clip before the footage
It
abruptly
does
cut
kind of
off.
look like he's crouching down a bit.
Later, he uploaded the video online.
That's
and asked
massive,
viewers
man.
what
If
they
that's the
thought.
head there.
The responses were quick. Many believed it was genuine, one of the better unexplained sightings caught on camera.
Not bad.
But what followed was nothing. The man never posted again. No replies, no follow-ups, no
Rock
additional
collecting.
footage.
It's like Pokemon Go. What's Pokemon Go?
The conversation
I don't know what Pokemon Go is.
entirely. To this
I know
day,
what
the
I've
video
heard of
remains
Pokemon before years ago. Remember there used to be was there a cartoon on TV years ago, Pokemon. But yeah, I don't know.
online. But the person behind it and the truth of what he saw remains a mystery. This clip's been circulating for a while, but not in this kind of quality. A solo hiker was deep inside.
Oh, it's that
Franklin
thing,
National
innit?
Forest.
Right. Oh yeah, I've played videos on it before. Is that when they go out looking for stuff on their phone, and they did it, didn't they? Once with this, and they went to this beach or something, and there was a bag there, and they opened up, and there was a body inside it, all chopped up. That was on that geocaching thing,
Around
right?
2:30 in the
Remember, I played the video on here before. I've played it on here.
trail was quiet, no signs of wildlife, just him and the trees. But as he passed a dense wall of foliage, he heard a sound. Just one step. Right behind him, the crack of a branch. He turned, and that's when he saw it.
Be a possum or something up in the trees.
The figure stood taller than him, easily over 6 feet, silent, still, half hidden in the dark. He raised his phone to capture a quick glimpse just before it vanished. It never showed itself again, but it didn't have to. And that, folks, is why your parents have always said that nothing good happens after midnight.
Hey, what's up, Heart Earth? Welcome in.
Set
Great
out
to see you.
across a snowy stretch of forest. Helmet cam rolling, the trail ahead was wide open and silent. Just snow, trees, and the hum of the engine. But then something caught his eye. Up ahead, standing just off the trail, was a tall, dark figure. Upright, still. And not quite shaped like anything
Someone in a ghillie suit? Oh, dude.
you'd expect to see out there. At first glance, it seemed too big to be a person.
This, you can see the bottom of his jacket, or whatever that is.
And too human to be any known animal. He kept riding, unsure if what he was seeing was real or if his mind was playing tricks on him. But in the final seconds of the clip, as he stared intently at the figure,
it does look a bit weird. That
shifts, turns, and calmly walks out of frame. Needless to say, he sped off.
could be
Now,
someone in
some
a
say it's one
ghillie
of the
suit.
clearest Bigfoot sightings ever. Others chalk it up to a clever hoax or a simple misidentification. Oh yeah, what could it be? Well, one thing's for sure, he caught something that day. The only question is what. This image is awesome and it's making its rounds again. Originally taken back in 1986 by a Reddit user's grandfather. Grandpa was out bird watching near the Red River in western Oklahoma when he snapped a photo of the landscape. And the camera and this photo were near and dear to him because of the potential to what it might have caught. Many believe it shows a Bigfoot-like creature, mid-stride.
What?
Others think there's some type of trickery going on here.
What does that look like to me? That looks like someone in a cloak wearing a predator mask. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like some dude in a robe, a black robe, with a predator mask on. I mean, come on.
The problem is the original wide-frame version of the image seems to have vanished. Only this crop shot remains. And without the full context, it's nearly
Scotty, yes, we do get people like this just willy-nilly walking around Essex, dressed up like these morons. They're just crackheads. They're just
impossible to tell what we're really looking at.
This is what happens. You got to remember. Look, you got to remember. You got to remember. Austin Mellow Globe was walking about like this for years on the streets, Kensington Ave, all these Kensington Ave, dressed like this. Yeah. Oh, older Austin.
Context, it's nearly impossible to tell what we're really looking at. I don't feel like it's that impossible to tell. I know what I'm looking at. This photo was recently shared by Mark Anders. Red flag. The story has it Anders set up a trail camera deep in the woods, tucked into a patch of brush angled toward a quiet clearing. And that's when something unexpected stepped into frame.
Yeah, you know, of all the thousands of trees and bushes and everything and the vastness of the land, he puts it up in this one special spot and this thing just happens to walk past.
The image shows a large hulking figure, broad shouldered.
This is obviously the dude that set up the camera. It's just so obvious, man.
There's long limbs and what looks like thick fur across its arms and back. Its posture, slightly hunched, and the movement caused a bit of motion blur. Unfortunately, there's no second photo. Still, when you look at it, it doesn't quite resemble a person, and it's not any known animal. So what do you think? A legitimate glimpse of Bigfoot?
No.
Or some more of Mark Anders' tomfoolery?
It's obviously Mark Anders in a fucking suit. Come on, man. It's no Bigfoot. Of all the, as I said, of all the places he sets up, this thing just suddenly walks past. Vastness, just huge, vast spaces, and come on, it's obviously Anderson.
Perched quietly on his deer stand, a hunter was waiting, watching the woods like he had many times before. But this time, something felt off. It was eerily quiet.
What in the world is that thing? Didn't look like a deer.
Through the trees, he spotted movement. It wasn't a deer, but he couldn't tell what it was. It was walking upright, tall, broad-shouldered, and completely covered in brown hair or coveralls.
It's not too bad, that one. I was just say the
big.
There's not much detail, is there?
As the hunter raised his scope to get a better look, a howl cut through the woods. Low, long, and unmistakable. Whether it was a call or a warning, he didn't stick around to find out. This next clip was sent in by a viewer named Eric from British Columbia. Hey Lincoln, love the channel. I've been watching for a few years and never expected to be writing in with a story of my own. But after what I saw this weekend, I haven't been able to shake it. I need to get this off my chest. This happened Saturday night at my cabin out in the Cascade foothills. Pretty remote, it's surrounded by dense woods, no nearby neighbors. I've spent countless weekends out there and it's always been quiet. Until now. I guess it was about 12:45 a.m. I just put another log on the fire and was getting ready to turn in when I heard something. Like footsteps, but not on the ground. It was above me on the roof. It was quick, like something sprinting across the shingles.
Oh,
it was
look.
making thuds,
You ain't
but
got no
also
video
kind of
footage?
scratchy,
It's just a story?
if that makes sense.
These stories are, you know, if the video footage isn't there, the story's just useless. You've got to have some sort of
Towards
footage.
the end of the day. You can tell they sense something. Something is hitting their nostrils. One of the cow makes an alert sound, and they all take off. And here comes the lion through the brush. As we watch it again, the cow closest to the screen makes the alert, but her back is facing where the lion came from. I wonder how she knows not to run that way. I guess it could just be instinctual. I'd love to know what experience.
Because it can hear the sound coming from this direction. Look, the ear's literally pointing towards that sound. That's what they do with these ears. They twist them and turn them, and they know exactly where the direction's coming from. It's no magical thing.
Elk hunters and wildlife enthusiasts think the reason is. I grew up in an area that had wild horses. So when I saw this trail cam capturing horses running midday, I was intrigued. As they gallop by.
Yeah, you got that running towards you. Can you pass me the camera? Right, okay. Is that a bear? Yeah, pass me the camera. I mean, come on, man. You got this thing coming towards you.
When I saw this trail cam capturing horses running midday.
And you want to take a picture of it?
I was intrigued. As they gallop by, you can notice the foal bringing up the rear. And that's why they're running. I imagine the foal was the bear's target. It's always great to see a glimpse into nature. And further proof that unless you have 4 legs, it's pretty hard to escape a bear. This is an interesting video here. A young boy and his father are exploring in Yellowstone National Park. As they're admiring the beautiful elk, the boy spots a creature behind the elk. Dad zooms in on the elk grazing and slows the video down. Circled in red, you can see the creature in the background. It appears he's in between a cluster of logs, foraging for something maybe. It's a little too far away to see it clearly, but the boy and his dad were adamant that it was a Bigfoot. I'm not here to tell them what they saw, and honestly, I can't even tell. My only real hang-up is that if it were a predator, the elk don't seem to care much. It appears they don't even notice that something is back there.
Oh, they know, come on. All their ears are pricked, looking around. They don't need to know the direction where it's coming from. Once the sound starts running, that'll give them enough time. And there's a lot of distance there. And obstacles in the way. So yeah, they're not going to be that. Until it starts running towards them, they'll just run off.
Or, if it is a Bigfoot, Maybe they don't
that's a
view
bear.
him as a predator.
No, that's a bear. Obviously, see that's a bear.
I'd be interested in what you all think about this. And can anyone make out what that creature is?
It's Boo Boo looking for honey.
This is an absolutely incredible event. A man is awakened by some commotion on his deck, so he goes to investigate. And wouldn't you know it, a mountain lion is standing there and has killed and dragged an elk onto his deck. Unbelievable. As the man films, the lion gives him a hiss, hoping he'll leave and let him eat in peace. I'm so interested in how all of this went down. If the struggle took place nearby and the cat dragged the elk there, or if it took place right.
Hey, cheers. Great to see you, man.
What do you guys think the timeline of events was? You can faintly...
It's not been too bad, this one, actually. It ain't like a TikToker one. It seems like he's gathered a lot of footage from different people. I don't think a lot of it is on TikTok either.
See some light blood in the snow as the lion walks away. I wonder if he has an injury. Most importantly, I hope the lion is able to eat this, as I know he or she expended a lot of energy to kill that elk. These apex predators fail much more than you might expect, so like I said, a lot of energy was burned. If it was me, I'd call some buddies, load it up in the truck, and drag it out in the woods and let nature take its course.
Just drag it over here.
An
I'll just drag it to this edge here. It ain't going to go nowhere. Just waiting for you to leave.
Extraordinary camera capture. As a man named Wyatt drove down a rural road on a dark June night in 2021, the only thing illuminating his way was the beam of his headlights. As he continued, suddenly something strange caught his eye, darting across the road with lightning speed. At first he couldn't make out what it was, but upon reviewing the footage captured by his dashcam, he realized it was something truly terrifying. The creature, resembling something between
verified.
a dragon and a gigantic man.
Chez, what's a verified YouTube channel? It's I mean, this isn't verified. This channel, is it?
Is unexplainable. Why?
What was that?
It had a passenger with him that night.
That was kind of weird.
Never seen anything like it either. Currently, this being remains a mystery to this day. Has anyone seen anything like this before?
Could be two animals jumping over there, one behind the other one.
This video, recorded by a Florida man, shows him passing by a seemingly very common sight, a flock of birds in the sky. However, upon closer inspection,
to be verified YouTube, you cannot violate their guidelines or else you lose verified status. Oh, okay. Jaren is verified.
For a bird to be able to suspend itself in the sky without flapping its wings, and especially uncommon for a large flock of crows, which are known to constantly flap their wings to stay aloft.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, Charlie.
A real-life glitch in the Matrix?
To be verified, you need 100,000 subscribers.
It always gives me the creeps.
Yeah, so you can't go against their guidelines. You need to have 100,000.
Recently, it seems like every forest and town has a scary story attached to it, whether it's real or a myth. Well, recently, a man named Don was walking in the woods when he stumbled upon a creature unlike any he had ever seen before.
That looked pretty crazy.
It moved in a way that was not human or animal-like. As Don was filming, he cautiously crept up on the creature, which was ape-like, but had very long and bent arms and legs and was hunched over. Some have suggested it could be a sasquatch, but what I noticed is the arms and hands. They're like nothing I've ever seen. It almost looks like some type of alien to me. The creature's gigantic sloth-like arms had no fingers, and it walked deeper and deeper into the forest. And Don didn't dare follow it. It's hard to say what this creature could be. Some have suggested it could be a deformed monkey or ape, or even a sick bear. But it seems far too thin and lumpy.
Sick. Come on. How are you saying that's a sick bear? Are you got to be insane to think that this is just a bear that's got a cold. It just doesn't look nothing like a bear. Come on.
Also seemed to walk on
That's not a bear.
two
That's not.
legs, almost like a human. But again, almost alien-like.
It's either a human in a suit, and what he's done, he's got two like hands, arm bit, just the bottom from the elbows down, and he's holding them, and he's walking along hunched in some suit. That's the way that could be done.
Others have been referring to this creature as a forest humanoid angel.
Angel?
I'm not sure why anyone would describe this as an angel, but
hey, Dr. E, welcome in.
I definitely believe
Liv.
in humanoids.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
A GoPro attached to a man's helmet shows him mountain biking down a trail. Holy hell. Was anyone fast enough to see that? Let's watch again. A startled deer collides with a mountain biker on a secluded trail,
Holy
sending both the man and his bike.
smokes. That could have killed him, man. That could have impaled him. And that's what he looks like he's trying to do. The deer is heading straight for him. Them antlers are coming straight for him. Watch.
Was anyone fast enough to see that? Let's watch again.
Look at them antlers. What the? Man, that could have ended up really bad.
With a mountain biker on
That
a
could have ended
secluded
really
trail,
bad.
sending both the man, his bike, and the elk tumbling. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported.
The Russian creature.
In 2011, a farmer in a small village in Russia reported that his home was shaken by a sudden explosion. As he went outside and searched for the source of the blast, he stumbled upon a strange
Cat,
set of
welcome in.
remains. The creature had an unusual head and an even more peculiar torso and limbs. Its petrified state was also quite perplexing. The entire shape of the creature is intriguing. The farmer was said to be drying corn at the same time, which makes this even more odd. I don't think I would personally store an alien-like creature next to a potential food source. While it's difficult to say for sure without proper scientific examination, it's possible that this could be an unidentified extinct animal. With the Arctic warming twice as fast as the global average, it's likely that we may see more strange creatures emerging from the permafrost in the future. This next clip comes to us from the Daily Vale in Colorado, and what you see on camera needs no introduction. As you can see, a mountain lion has sauntered into a ground floor ski chalet, which appears to have no doors. Look, I understand ski in and ski out, but one door wouldn't hurt. Anyhow, the cat meanders around the hallway undetected, just checking things out, and somehow he must have gotten stuck in there, because he eventually even spends the night, curled up down at the end of the hall. The next morning when the sun rises, the cat is looking for an escape. The cat continues to wander the halls, and you see a man stick his head out of his doorway. Looks like he and his son are going to hit the slopes. They duck back into their place as the cat hisses at them. And you can see the cat is frantic to get out of there and can't quite figure out the glass. He can see the outside, but he can't get there. Moments later, a couple comes back in with groceries or something, and a lady and her dog casually walk out for her dog to use the bathroom and start their day. And here comes the lion. As soon as the lion hits the threshold, you can see that he spots the two.
likely still very close to the entrance, as he crouches down into a pounce position. As we fast forward, the lady eventually gathers her dog back in, after likely coming face to face with the lion. She motions to another resident and says, "There's a big bobcat." "No, ma'am, that's no bobcat." Luckily, it seems as no one has been hurt, though.
Hey, good morning, Salad.
Now,
Welcome
if I could,
in.
let's run through a scenario
Big P, welcome
really
in.
quickly. I think this video is crazy. Let's say you're at this
Tom up,
property,
welcome in.
enjoying your night, watching Netflix, yada yada, and you hear some commotion out in the hallway. Maybe the lion bumps into your door, you think someone's knocking, whatever.
Okay. See what this last one is. Swinger. We've got a couple of swingers in the chat.
Residents of Estes Park, Colorado became alarmed when they started seeing an elk with a mesh swing stuck in his antlers. He had been spotted a few times over a span of weeks. A local Facebook page was the first to put it on paper and reported the elk appeared to be in good health, but the swing seemed to be causing the animal some discomfort. Wildlife experts believe that the elk may have mistaken the swing for a rival, since this took place during mating season, or rut. Elk are known to engage in fierce competition for mates during this time of the year, and the swing may have been perceived as a threat. Experts also pointed out that human-made objects can be dangerous for wild animals, and it's best to avoid leaving any kind of trash or discarded items in natural areas. Local officials were trying to decide if they need...
Okay. Some of that was supposedly quite interesting. Let's see what Eric's got to say. Hold up, guys. Exactly 12 o'clock. Exactly 12 o'clock. Starts. Oh, come on. Easy. So it's just not working. Right. Oh, look, it's taken all that time just to say that. Oh, man. Doing it again. Oh, come on. Something's happening. Oh, man. Oh, I think it's loading. Why is it? Look at this. Really is. Didn't have this trouble the other day, did we? Ran perfectly. Nothing's even loading up now. It's going to load up. It's literally been 4 minutes. Done nothing in 4 minutes. You just... You're always welcome here, Graham. You're always welcome. Yeah, it has literally got a mind of its own, Jeff. Starts doing its own thing like it's doing now. It's doing something that I don't want it to do. I mean, what is going on? Look at this. Unbelievable. Driving me. Why is it? It's been like this for 6 minutes. Look, why is it bringing all this up? Just stop. What is it doing? Taking 8 minutes to just load up an Eric DeBay fucking. Oh, stop it. I can't do it. What a useless Look, nothing's happening. And this keeps coming up, man. And then, what is it doing now? What is it doing? I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. What is it doing? It's just doing its own thing. I can't see the chat. I can't go into the chat at the moment, guys. I'm just going to let it run for a while.
From Awakening to Awareness, a conversation with Eric Dubay by John Doe. Eric, it's a real honor to speak with you. Your work was instrumental in my own awakening to the truth about our world, and I know countless others feel the same. Today I want to explore your journey, your insights, and where the movement goes from here.
Excellent. Sounds good. Thank you.
Can you take us back to your own awakening? What first opened your eyes to the possibility that we weren't living on a spinning ball? Were there any people or works that were influential during this process?
Absolutely. Growing up, I received the typical American public school education, including what I would now call the typical heliocentric globe indoctrination. When first introduced to the concept of a spinning spherical Earth suspended in space, I distinctly remember raising my hand in class and asking the teacher how it was possible that everything and everyone didn't just go flying or falling off the ball. The idea that people could be standing stuck 360 degrees around a giant spinning ball just seemed ridiculous to my common sense. The horizon was always flat any time I observed it, and the world never felt like it was moving whatsoever. The teacher's one-word answer, which was meant to somehow supersede my own common sense and lived experience of the world, was gravity, a mysterious force strong enough to hold the world's oceans, buildings, and people tightly stuck 360 degrees around a spinning ball, but weak enough to allow birds, bugs, smoke, and helium balloons to rise and fly around with ease. The explanation never made much sense to me then, and I would retain a nagging doubt about the entire heliocentric.
I think I switched off the wrong tab, guys. YouTube.
Globe model into my 20s when my curiosity.
I don't even know if anyone's.
Curiosity got me searching online and off for everything I could find about geocentricity.
Oh man, this is.
And flat Earth. Once I sussed out the disinformation of the Flat Earth Society, I managed to find many legitimate, mind-blowing, and paradigm-shattering books written by flat earthers starting in the mid-1800s. And reading these books is what sealed the deal for me personally.
I just hate this computer.
Some of the books and authors I read and recommend are Earth Not a Globe by Samuel Robotham, Zetetic Cosmogony by Thomas Winship, Terra Firma by David Wardlaw Scott, 100 Proofs Earth is Not a Globe by William Carpenter, Does Earth Rotate? No by William Edgell, Heaven and Earth by Gabrielle Henriette, Kings Dethroned by Gerard Hickson, The Enlightenment of the World by John Abizade, and too many more to list, but I've made most of them into PDFs and audiobooks, which you can access free at ericdubay.com.
I can't access anything. I can't get to nothing.
Researched and shared.
We're gonna have to just turn it off, guys. I can't see nothing. I can't see no one in the chat.
I'd say the first undeniable proof.
I don't even know if I'm live.
Spinning ball lies in the natural physics of water. All bodies of standing water, from bathtubs and pools to ponds and lakes, are perfectly level.
Yeah, the number one proof, and no one can hear. Oh man. I think I've exited out the YouTube and I can't access it because it's stuttering and nothing's happening. Whatever it's doing, I don't know what it's doing, man. Just struggling. I can hear it spluttering away in the background. Doing something else while it's doing this, and I don't know what it is. Nothing's working. It's all like behind. No, you're not going to work, are you? You're just going to piss about all afternoon. As soon as it hit 12 o'clock, that was it.
Showing no deviation in height at any point from what
It's jumping up to 6,000 kilobytes a second, then going down to 200. CPU is using from. It should be working fine. It should be working fine. Oh, it's YouTube. Look. Can't even see this. Working.
one end to the other. Water molecules are physically unable to
No. What's that? That's never come up before. No. Uh, 12 minutes. Means 17. 17 minutes, guys. Doing this for. Nothing's. I've just got to exit out, guys. I've just got to exit out of this.
Stack upon themselves, and therefore it's physically impossible for standing bodies of water to show convexity or any shape whatsoever upon their surface. The globe model defies this demonstrable physical property of water by claiming Earth's rivers, ponds, lakes, and oceans are all somehow curving themselves around a ball. The second undeniable proof that Earth is not a spinning ball is the horizontal horizon, seen from sea level, outside your plane window, and as high as amateur rockets and balloons can reach. The horizon remains flat 360 degrees around, no matter how high we ascend, and rises to the eye level of the observer. If Earth was a globe, and the horizon was the physical...
Right, let me see if I can get back. But no, yeah. I'll play it. Try and get it. I'm trying to sort it, guys. I'm trying to sort it. It's taking so slow. Look at this. Look at this crap. Not responding. What a bunch of bullshit. What am I paying for? And that's 20. I'm done. 20 minutes, guys. I'm done. I'll just get out of here. Get off.